Golden years with a Sagicor Lifestyle Approved Retirement Scheme. The time by Sagicor Life is
7 o'clock.
CVM presents Copa Facts. Chile. It took 99 years for them to win their first continental title, which they defended at the Copa America Centenario in 2016. Chile won both the 2015 and 2016 finals against Argentina on penalties, even though they have never defeated the Albiceleste over regular time in tournament history.
Copa America 2024 brought to you by KFC. Courts.
What's your story? What's your sign? Who dreamers? Don't care what other people say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive.
I'm Celine Gordon, host of Holy Road.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy John Mark Wigan, host on the show Holy Road. Listen, people need to know what's happening in the churches and in ministry in all of Jamaica. It's an absolute blessing. We're really excited to share this.
Tune in to CVM. See it happen.
Up in the news at 7, Prime Minister commits to further reduction in cost of living. Man tortured and killed, body found in Rosetown. Bunting alleges fiscal commissioner has not been compensated since being appointed. And in sports, 3-timer for Radish Roman and Ryan Lewis at Caymanas Park. Kingston, Jamaica. This is CVM News at 7, the weekend edition. Welcome. It's Saturday, June 15. I'm TK Dawkins. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, while on tour in St. Catherine, says the JLP-led administration has reduced cost of living and is working hard to maintain economic stability. Holness says inflation has decreased over the years despite global economic downturn. Courtney Lewis has more.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the Jamaica Labour Party-led government is working hard to maintain a low cost of living for Jamaicans. He maintains that the government has already reduced inflation from 12% to 5.6% over 3 years and aims to continue to do so.
But over the last 3 years, your government has managed inflation, coming now from almost 12% inflation. That is when people used to send me texts showing me what the price of oxtail was the week before and what the price of oxtail is this week. Sometime, for example, chicken moving by $100 or $200. Right now, inflation has come down from the high of about 12% to now about 5.6%. That means that the inflation is now back within the target range.
PM Holness contends that the increase in prices is not the fault of the government, but rather international disruptions like the COVID-19 pandemic, resulting in worldwide price hikes not just in Jamaica but globally. In a statement Friday, Holness says the government has tried to manage costs for Jamaicans by reducing public transportation expenses. This comes after the temporary 50% drop in JUTC bus fares since April this year.
We are still trying to bring inflation down even more. So we are working to keep prices as low as we can, to moderate price increases. So what the government has done, particularly over things that it has some control over, like public transportation, we have been very careful not to make the increases too high, but at the same time to increase subsidies to cushion the impact of price increase.
He is reminding Jamaicans that keeping consumers financially stable is a multi-stakeholder effort. He says investing in infrastructure aids in increasing productivity, which will in turn reduce inflation. Holness was speaking during a tour of the Spring Village community in Old Harbour, St. Catherine, where a bridge is to be constructed. Courtney Lewis for CVM News.
In other news, Southeast St. Anne parliamentarian Lisa Hanna is not the only one calling for change to the laws surrounding the definition of rape and sexual intercourse. Human rights advocacy group Jamaicans for Justice is agreeing with Hanna that for years they have lobbied for change to no avail. They argue that the equally heinous crime of rape can be committed against men and boys, but perpetrators of the crime are given lesser criminal sentences under the offense of grievous sexual assault. Michael Jackson, Executive Director of Jamaicans for Justice, says the Parliament must express its legislative power as a democracy, so all Jamaicans are protected under the law.
We must rise to the occasion in recognizing that the Parliament is not the church, and it ought not to be legislating based on the religious views of just a few. We know we have the support of a number, several church leaders, and I think I would urge them to let the public be aware that this is not a morality issue that we're debating. This is an unjust law that needs to be amended, and I would go as far as saying that the Buggery law also needs to be repealed.
Two families are this evening seeking your help in locating loved ones who have been reported missing. Your assistance is crucial in bringing them home safely. Raheem White reports.
16-year-old Marliana Wittick was last seen on May 2 at approximately 7:30 p.m. at her Kingston home. At the time of her disappearance, she was wearing a pair of yellow pants, a purple and white top, and gold and black slippers. Her mother, Michelle Sullivan, is making a heartfelt plea for her safe return.
Well, Shanti is a very shy person. She does not go out. She does not have a lot of friends. One friend I know of, she doesn't go, as I said, she don't go out, not even with her sister. Sometimes I have to beg her to go out with her sisters. She's always inside her bed. As long as she have her phone, her food, and her internet, she's good. She's not leaving the house, going nowhere.
Fear is rising for this mother as she reveals disturbing details following her child's disappearance. Private calls from a supposed male caller sent chills down her spine.
And ever since that I've been getting private calls, and these calls came in at night, anytime after 10 up to 1 o'clock in the mornings. Those are the times when the calls come in.
Another report has been filed for 75-year-old Alvin Marshall, who was last seen on May 11 at approximately 6:30 p.m. in the Independent City area of Portmore. He is described as 5 feet 6 inches tall with gray hair and black eyes. At the time of his disappearance, he was wearing a white merino, khaki shorts, and a pair of blue, red, and white slippers. A reward is being offered for anyone who can provide information that leads to Alvin's safe return. Anyone with information is advised to contact the authorities immediately at 876-412-8911, 876-455-3376, or 876-290-6773. Courtney Lewis for CVM News.
In April, our news team aired the story of stroke victim Norma Brown, whose daughter was seeking assistance for her. The community's non-profit foundation Hope for the Hopeless rose to the occasion and vowed to provide her with a better living area. Well, 2 months later, the wait is over. Here's Trisha Gay Kelly with more.
From carrying furniture to spreading the bed, the Hope for the Hopeless Foundation has stayed true to its promise of providing a better living space for stroke victim Norma Brown. On Sunday afternoon, members of the foundation hosted a ribbon-cutting ceremony to celebrate Norma's new home. Member of the foundation, Sophia Morgan, presented the keys to the woman affectionately called Miss Norma.
We are Hope for the Hopeless Foundation, and we are here today for preventing this and to have a Hope for the Hopeless Foundation, our supporters and sponsors. So give you this key to your new home.
She adds that it's crucial to help those in need.
it is important to assist vulnerable people to live, and there be the only way. And in doing that, you are uplifting the community and the country at large. And it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Surrounded by the members of the foundation, Norma's daughter and caregiver Alyssa expressed gratitude for the charitable gesture.
I just thank them all, and I just pray God can to bless them, that their store basket will never go empty, and they will never find storehouse to receive blessing to pass it on to others. Thank you all.
Brown was living in a repurposed chicken coop before the foundation intervened. Trisha Gay Kelly, CVM News.
We're taking a quick break. CVM News at 7 continues in a moment.
Play. Enjoy a complete bonding experience with a family canvas fiesta. Get ready for a steam-tastic extravaganza and dive into some slime time fun. Paint and Play promises to be a fun-filled day and more. Register now to be there on Sunday, July 7 at the Holiday Inn in Montego Bay from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Don't miss out. It's going to be an unforgettable day. See you at Paint and Play.
A rivalry spanning generations, forged in their quest to be CONCACAF's finest. This time their paths will cross at a junction in the Copa America. It's the revitalized Reggae Boys up against the self-assured Mexicans. It's a must-see, live Saturday, June 22 at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
Copa America 2024, brought to you by KFC. Courts.
CVM presents Copa Facts. Chile. It took 99 years for them to win their first continental title, which they defended at the Copa America Centenario in 2016. Chile won both the 2015 and 2016 finals against Argentina on penalties, even though they have never defeated the Albiceleste over regular time in tournament history.
Copa America 2024, brought to you by KFC. Courts.
Welcome back. Detectives assigned to the Kingston Western Division are probing the circumstances under which a man whose body was found on an open lot on Reuben Avenue, Rosetown, Kingston 13 today. The body is of brown complexion, slim build, and about 5 feet 5 inches long. It was clad in a white t-shirt, gray and blue sweater, with the name Trey Johnson written on it, black underpants, blue jeans, and single foot of an Air Force shoe. Reports are that at about 6:32 a.m., residents stumbled upon the body and alerted the police. On their arrival, it was seen lying face down with multiple stab wounds. The scene was processed and the body removed to the morgue. The Senate yesterday commended opposition Senator Dr. Floyd Morris on his re-election to the United Nations Committee on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. The committee is comprised of independent experts who oversee the implementation of the Convention for the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. Some 192 nations are signatories to this convention, making it one of the largest committees of the United Nations. The opposition senator was first appointed to the committee in 2020.
It was a proud moment for us to secure his re-election. He was a candidate that performed more than creditably in his first sitting, and that of course did help the campaign very much. But the first effort, because these things are very technical, I have to say, was to secure the CARICOM endorsement, which I did in Antigua at our COFCOR meeting in sufficient time prior to the start of the last press in the campaign. It was a very competitive field. There were 15 states competing for 9 seats on this committee.
We are also very extremely proud of him And my only question after congratulating him is what next? Because good things happen in threes. And to be appointed professor 1 week and then to have this remarkable achievement the next week, I don't know how we can top it. But bearing in mind his personality, his nature, his determination, it is quite possible. I know that it was a campaign which the Ministry of Foreign Affairs contributed to significantly. The things that happen behind the scenes are not usually known by the public. But I know that Senator Morris is deeply appreciative of the work that was done.
Senator Morris joined the meeting virtually, thanking his colleagues and the government of Jamaica, who he says would have nominated him for his re-election in the role. He also highlighted increased support in the number of votes he amassed in his second election. Senator Morris says it's indicative of the confidence reposed in Jamaica's standing and his work in the area of disabilities.
The government of your country has to nominate you. And so, I am deeply appreciative of the confidence reposed in me by the government of Jamaica. And it was a very interesting campaign, Mr. President. And one of these days, I will share the experience because it's different from what took place in 2020 when I wasn't interacting with the delegates face to face. It was mainly an online campaign then. And it must be noted that in 2020, I received 91 votes. And in 2024, I received 135 votes, an increase of 44, which again signals the confidence that the world has seen in my work.
Stay with us. More CVM News at 7, the weekend edition, after this.
I'm a father who consider myself very active in my youth them life. And
son, I might have this.
Oh, you did a bat.
One daughter, one grandson.
And a bad safe. At the British in a aim. Me not have 200,000 years to take up spend pound one south. When me had that with my 6 picking them from the village.
Exactly.
She was my twin. She is the one I am now.
I know you lost a child.
Right, my first child.
Wow.
One of the lowest point for sure.
I call him right now, I have to tell him I love him. I tell him I love him.
I feel one joy when I never yet feel myself. Him say a film fans them and my fans.
Yeah, fans them. The youth them me I live for. Anything I'm gonna do, I for them.
The Cut is brought to you by Flow and Guinness.
CVM presents Copa Facts. Costa Rica. Costa Rica have competed in the Copa America 5 times and reached the quarterfinals twice. On 4 occasions, they have been directly invited. The Copa America Centenario in 2016 was a collaboration of the CONCACAF and the CONMEBOL, with Costa Rica qualifying by virtue of winning the 2024 Copa Centroamericana.
Copa America 2024, brought to you by
KFC, J. Ray and Nephew, Courts, Sunshine Snacks,
Central Expressions, your best source for business, tourism, and entertainment. Tune in to Central Expressions on CVM TV Sundays at 3 p.m. Repeat Fridays at 9 a.m. Central Expressions is brought to you by the Gulf View Hotel in the heart of Jamaica, from the hearts of Jamaicans. The Orbin Group, Real Essence Media, National PC Bank, Central Expressions, your voice, your culture.
Welcome back. We take a look now at regional and international news.
We begin with news in the region. In Guyana, the government swiftly revoked the Mohammed family's Cambio license to protect the country's financial systems following the imposition of United States sanctions. The details from HGP TV News.
There is word from Vice President Byron Jackdale that government is now in haste to protect the country's financial system, considering sanctions issued against the Mohammed's family and the People's Progressive Party Civic Permanent Secretary May Thomas.
We want to safeguard our financial system. That would mean exposures of our bank to the Mohammeds and any other matter that may have a direct bearing of a financial nature on our system, because we are obligated to do so under the sanctions.
Given that financial institutions and persons who engage in certain transactions or activities with the Mohammeds and individuals may expose themselves to sanctions or be subject to an enforcement action, the Bank of Guyana has immediately revoked the license granted to the Mohammeds to buy and sell foreign currency.
In Barbados, after a recent spate of shootings, Police Commissioner Richard Boyce held a press briefing Friday. Boyce says they will be stepping up efforts to tackle firearm offences while sharing the latest statistics on crime in that country. More from Barbados Today.
Regrettably, there has been a number of shooting incidents in some districts which have generated a high level of fear and concern among the law-abiding citizens. This wanton use of firearms by these persons has resulted in the untimely death of 4 of our citizens and injuries to others. The senior command team of the Barbados Police Service, along with other members of the organization, have taken note of this situation and have instituted a number of appropriate responses to tackle this spike in firearm violence. This firearm issue is only a fraction of the entire crime map, which we as a primary law enforcement agency has to police.
In international news, the Israeli military has confirmed that 8 soldiers were killed in a blast in Rafah. Al Jazeera's Hind Kaduri says this follows Palestinian fighters' earlier reports of an ambush in the heavily bombarded area.
Well, we knew earlier today that 8 Israeli soldiers were ambushed by the Palestinian fighters earlier today in Rafah, and that area has been intensively being bombed since the morning. Palestinians are saying that since those 8 Israeli soldiers were killed, there has been endless airstrikes. All you hear is explosions, and all you see is smoke uprising from Rafah. The Palestinian fighters have been trying their best to defend themselves, as they claim, but also the Israeli forces have been intensifying their land, sea and air attacks on Rafah. But also, this is not the first incident where 8 Israeli soldiers were killed. In the past couple of weeks, there was another group of Israeli soldiers ambushed in Rafah, Sami.
That's it for regional and international news. I'm Nika Lewis.
For this Inspire Jamaica, Curlin Brown showcases a game-changing impact on the lives of others when 4 students from a corporate area school picked up the healthy habit of teamwork.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can.
Hi, my name is Leanne Ranger. I go to Hillel Academy and I'm in upper 6.
Hi, I'm Laura and I'm in lower 6 at Hillel Academy.
My name is Mia Castera and I attend Hillel Academy as a lower 6 former.
Hi, I'm Emily and I'm in lower 6 at Hillel Academy.
These teenagers all have different career goals, but they were able to team up for their international baccalaureate IB diploma program.
We all have to do a CAS project, which stands for Creativity, Active and Service. So we got a group together and we decided we're going to do a service and we want to donate to the Jamaica Cancer Society.
The 4-man team went to the field with a psychological advantage.
Everybody in Jamaica loves football, so let's do a football match, a charity football match.
And the name, how did it come about?
Okay, so actually we had like really weird names. Like I think we had like Kicking It, and they're like, that's the name of a TV show, and they're all like, okay, what about For a Cause or whatever. So we kind of combined the two because we're clashing heads, so we just said Kicking For a Cause. So like we plan to do a different cause each time, because we want to kick not only for one cause but different causes, because there's so much issues that we can like help and give back to the community.
My name is Lloyd Holmes. I'm the high school principal at Hillel Academy. My role in this is to support. So they come up with these ideas. I say to them, give me a proposal. Tell me what you want to do. I'll ask the right questions so that you can get this off the ground. So they put this entire thing together. They know what their motivations were, and I just said, this can work.
Kick it for a cause! It was through accurate passes they pulled off a massive 0.5 mil at this level in a highly competitive field at their school.
Just that in a few days they were able to put this together, and I think now is the most successful student project that we have run here at Hillel Academy. It has raised the most funds.
Of course, there were challenges along the way, including a clash with the last day of girls and boys jams. But kudos to community support, volunteers, teachers, and a class coordinator. As for this post-match tackle...
But Hillel not known for football, girl.
Yes, well, okay, so this is a good thing is I feel like my year, we have a very diverse group of people coming from public schools, so we kind of like, and we also have a lot of friends outside of Hillel, so we just, brought different people all together.
I know you're super, super proud of these 4 young ladies who have taken on this task to just show another side of what happens here at Hillel.
Absolutely. This is not just about academics for us here. It's about building the whole person. And when we encourage our students to give back, this is what it amounts to. Taking on projects, taking on their passions and living those passions every single day.
The entire project itself really made me open my eyes to what, you can take something so small and turn it into something so big to make a really big impact on people's lives.
Thanks again, Hillel ladies, for these kind donations. This donation will go a far way in assisting our programs at the Cancer Society.
And so with many issues in the society, this team plans to keep scoring.
So the Kick In project has set a standard here at Hillel, and each flag you see there represent the nationality of at least one child that attends this noble institution, Hillel Academy, where respect and responsibility dwell. They're proud to say that. I am Curlin Brown. Let's continue to inspire Jamaica.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can.
It's time for another break. Sports is next.
School, yeah. I'm a father who consider myself very active in my youth them life. And
son, I might have this.
Yeah, load that one. Oh, you did a bat.
One daughter, one grandson.
I'm not bad, safe. At the British in aim. I have 200,000 years to take up spend pound one south. When me had that with my 6 pit in them from the village.
Exactly.
She was
my twin.
She is the one I am now.
I know you lost a child.
Right, my first child.
Wow.
One of the lowest point for sure.
I call him right now, I have to tell him I love him. And I tell him I love him.
I feel one joy when I never yet feel myself. Him say I feel fans them and my fans them.
Yeah. The youth them I live for. Anything I do, I feel them.
The Cut is brought to you by Flow and Guinness.
CVM presents Copa Facts. Costa Rica. Costa Rica have competed in the Copa America 5 times and reached the quarterfinals twice. On 4 occasions, they have been directly invited. The Copa America Centenario in 2016 was a collaboration of the CONCACAF and the CONMEBOL, with Costa Rica qualifying by virtue of winning the 2024 Copa Centroamericana.
Copa America 2024, brought to you by
KFC, J. Ray and Nephew, Courts, Sunshine Snacks.
Hi, I'm Wayne.
And I'm Tammy.
And we are the Mitchells. You can watch Meet the Mitchells right here on CVM TV every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yes, you guys don't want to miss it. We will be having new episodes every week, so definitely follow along with our family.
Meet the Mitchell family.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You're the sugar to my tea. Meet the Mitchell family.
Hi, I'm Celine Gordon, host of Holy Road.
Hey everybody, what's up?